Good evening, everyone. Today I have selected an important topic which focuses on the need for uniform civil code in modern India. In short, it is pronounced as UCC. A common civil framework for maintenance laws is essential to uphold gender justice and constitutional equality beyond the confines of religion. The concept of a uniform civil code enshrined in Article 44 of the Indian Constitution envisions a common set of laws governing personal matters such as marriage, divorce, inheritance, and maintenance for all citizens, irrespective, while its implementation remains a matter of intense debate. One area where the UCC offers an opportunity for uniformity and gender equality is maintenance right for women in the case of divorce. Currently, maintenance provisions in India are fragmented or it is divided across religious personal laws and secular statutes, leading to legal inconsistencies and inequities for women. Under the current legal framework, maintenance laws differ significantly based on religious communities, resulting in a multiplicity of legal systems. Maintenance under Hindu personal law is governed by the Hindu Marriage Act 1955 and the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956. Provisions under Section 24 allow for interim maintenance, while Section 25 provides for permanent maintenance, which continues until the death of either spouse. Notably, the law allows both husbands and wives to claim maintenance, ensuring some level of gender equality. Sorry, it is pronounced as gender neutrality. Christians are governed by the Indian Divorce Act 1869, which provides for post divorce maintenance. However, the law lacks clarity and depth, leaving room for ambiguity and inconsistent judicial interpretations. In many cases, Christian women face challenges in receiving fair and adequate maintenance due to these ambiguities. Under personal law, maintenance provisions during divorce are similar to those under Hindu law, where a wife can claim alimony. However, such claims often require prolonged litigation, which can be financially and emotionally exhausting. Maintenance for Muslim women is governed by the Shariat Act 1937 and the Muslim Women Protection of Rights of Divorce Act 1986. The law entitles a Muslim woman to maintenance or meher, a pre-agreed sum, and the return of any properties given to her during marriage. However, the maintenance under traditional Muslim personal law is limited to the iddat period, a duration of 90 days following the divorce. The limitations of maintenance laws under Muslim personal law were highlighted in the landmark Muhammad Ahmad Khan versus Shah Banu Begum 1985 case. The Supreme Court held that Section 125 of the Criminal Procedure Code (CRPC) 1973 applies to all citizens irrespective of religion. This judgment extended a husband's obligation to provide maintenance beyond the iddat period if the divorced woman could not sustain herself. While the Shah Banu ruling was celebrated for advancing gender justice, it triggered a backlash from conservative sections of the Muslim community. Yielding to political pressure, the government enacted the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Divorce Act 1986. The act limited the husband's liability for maintenance to the iddat period and placed the burden of post-iddat maintenance on the women's relatives, or in their absence, the state Waqf board. The constitutional validity of this act was challenged in Daniel Latifi versus Union of India 2001 case. The Supreme Court, while upholding the act, interpreted it to mean that a Muslim husband's obligation to provide maintenance extends beyond the iddat period, ensuring compliance with Article 14, that is right to equality, Article 15, non-discrimination, and Article 21, right to life and dignity. In a modern recent decision, Muhammad Abdul Samad versus State of Telangana 2024 case, the Supreme Court reaffirmed that Muslim women can claim maintenance under Section 125 of CRPC, now Section 144 of the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita (BNS), regardless of whether the marriage and divorce occurred under Muslim personal law. This judgment clarified that the Muslim Women Protection of Rights or Divorce Act 1986 operates in aid of and not in derogation of the secular provisions under general law. The coexistence of personal laws alongside secular statutes like the CRPC creates a recurring conflict between special laws, that is, personal laws and general laws, While the Supreme Court in Life Insurance Corporation of India versus D.J. Bahadur 1980 case held that the special laws prevail over general laws. Judgment case demonstrate the judiciary's attempt to reconcile these provisions to uphold constitutional values. Historically, maintenance laws were framed under religious consideration with patriarchal undertones. Women were often regarded as dependents without autonomous economic agency. While Hindu and Parsi law have evolved over time and Section 125 of the CRPC provides a secular framework for maintenance, Christian laws remain outdated and Muslim personal laws limitations perpetuate inequalities. These disparities reveal how religious laws once designed to preserve community identities now hinder or became a hindrance progress toward gender equality. Women, irrespective of their religion, deserve equal access to maintenance provisions safeguarding their financial security and dignity. However, there are disparities in the current state of personal laws. For instance, a Hindu woman under Section 25 of the Hindu Marriage Act may receive lifelong maintenance, while a Muslim woman's claim could end after the Iddat period. The debate over maintenance laws in India underscores the urgent need for a uniform civil code. Critics argue that implementing a UCC may infringe upon cultural and religious identities. However, the objective of UCC, Uniform Civil Code, is not to erase cultural practices but to ensure that such practices do not perpetuate discrimination and promote gender equality. Many countries, including Turkey and Tunisia, have successfully implemented uniform family laws without undermining cultural diversity. India's constitutional mandate to secure equality and dignity for all citizens must guide this process, ensuring that legal reforms remain inclusive and participatory. A uniform civil code offers a path to harmonize maintenance laws, ensuring gender justice, uniformity, equality, and clarity. It will prioritize constitutional values of non-discrimination and dignity over religious or cultural consideration. This shift will ensure that women's rights are not subject to religious orthodoxy or political appeasement. Thank you and have a nice day.